Hello and welcome back to another video. We are back talking about baseball, and this should be a very interesting video. So I think I've seen people do the best from this draft class, or the best from the NBA draft or whatever. But I'm not really the sort of guy that's like the best. That gets way too controversial. What? You think Garrett Cole's better than Jacob DeGrom? What? You think Mookie Betts is better than Mike Trout? We have to fight! But no, I like to go the route of the favorites, not the route of the who's the best. So this is my favorite player from every MLB draft class from the past 22 years. And the way you qualify for this list, if you're on my current MLB top 100 favorites, so all the players are from except for the players from 2017 to 2020. So those three draft classes, that's a lot of prospects. I looked up the prospects in all those draft classes and so that's how I have consecutive 22. And then when we get to 2001, I'll explain I know more. So we're going in reverse order. So we're starting in 2020. We have Spencer Torkelson, who was just drafted by the Tigers, Asa Lacy of the Royals, Robert Hassel III of the Padres, Garrett Crochet of the White Sox, and Ed Howard of the Cubs. I had to put my Ed Howard on here, but I know nothing about him. Garrett Crochet is cool, and Spencer Torkelson is whatever. For me, it comes down to RH3, Robert Hassel III, or Asa Lacy. This is a really tough one. But I think I'm going with RH3. I think I like the Padres more than the Royals. I think he's going to be a better player. Not a better player. He's going to be... Oh, it's weird. Pitchers seem to make their debuts faster than hitters. But I feel like they take time to learn in the majors while Robert's going to stay in the minors for a few years. So yeah, I'm still excited for RH3 and Asa Lacy, but yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, speaking of pitchers. Pitchers, actually everyone, because there were a couple of hitters. If you were drafted twice, you are eligible for both draft classes. So you were drafted in 2007, you went to college, and then you came back in 2010 and drafted again. You are eligible for this list, and we'll get to that, so we will have some repeats. 2019, Bobby Witt Jr. versus C.J. Abrams. Bobby Witt Jr. of the Royals, C.J. Abrams of the Padres. This one I have to go with Bobby Witt Jr. I love C.J. Abrams of late. Like in the past week, I like C.J. Abrams. But Bobby Witt Jr., I love Bobby Witt Jr. People are like, oh, the Royals should call him up right now. He only played 37 Double-A games. Well, I don't even think he had Double-A, but I love Bobby Witt Jr. He's going to be so freaking good. I've been reading too many numbers. 2018 draft. Who's my favorite player from here? We have Brady Singer, Nolan Gorman, Nico Horner. Those are your top three, and you have to go with Brady Singer. Brady Singer is my favorite right here. We're not going off for best, but Brady Singer is my favorite from this draft class. 2017, Mackenzie Gore, Joe Adele, Nate Pearson, Drew Waters. These four players, I feel like, can be some of the best in 5 years. Mackenzie Gore's been hyped for a long time. Joe Adele had the hype. Nate Pearson is awesome. And I'm just a huge Drew Waters fan. But for this one, I have to go with Nate Pearson. Hopefully he comes back from his groin injury or whatever he has. But I really like Nate Pearson a little more than Mackenzie Gore. But they're both going to be super cool. 2016, Pete Alonso, now getting this in current play. Pete Alonso, Shane Bieber, Dane Dunning, Ian Anderson, Nolan Jones, and Bo Bichette. So, again, from the top 100 current favorites, and this is where they place. Alonso, Bieber, cool. Anderson, Jones. I'm going Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette is my favorite from this draft class. Alonso had a really good 2019 and a good 2020. I was just watching this Mets podcast, and Alonso didn't do as good, but I mean, like, rarely people hit 50 home runs, so he, probably not going to do that again, but, yeah, I go with Bo Bichette's my favorite. 2015, Ke'Bryan Hayes. I love Ke'Bryan Hayes. Did I just ruin it? We'll see. Brian Hayes. You gonna scroll over? What just happened?
Stop recording viewfinder. Speech off.
Oh, my phone made a sound, and I'm like, what just happened? Did it stop? Anyway, so 2015, Brian Hayes, Walker Buehler, Paul DeYoung, Tristan McKenzie. Those are your 4. And of course, I'm going with Brian Hayes. I love Brian Hayes so dang much. So yeah, he won this round. 2014, Alex Verdugo, Michael Conforto, Reese Hoskins, Brian Anderson, Trey Turner, Paul DeYoung, Jack Flaherty, Matt Chapman, Ramon Laureano. Almost 10. And then looking at this list, Trey Turner's cool, but I don't think so. Flaherty was number 100 on the list, so no. It comes down to Verdugo, Conforto, and Hoskins. You would ask me in 2018, it would be Reese Hoskins, but he's sort of fallen off. If he had a rebound season, he can take the top spot. Right now, it's Alex Verdugo, my current favorite player from that draft class. Now going back to 2014. Remember the good old days in 2013. I'm an idiot. 2013. The real deal, Jack McNeil. You have to say it like that every freaking time. Clint Frazier, Devin Williams, Jacoby Jones, Trey Mancini, Dane Dunning again. He was drafted twice. Chris Bryant, Emilio Pagan, Austin Meadows, Luke Voigt. The front people here. Jeff McNeil, Frazier, Jacoby Jones, favorite player on the Tigers, the only representative on that list. Trey Mancini, the only representative from the Orioles on that list. Dunning, you didn't win the last one, you're not winning this one. Chris Bryant, again, falling off, but should represent my fellow Cub, but no. Going with the real deal, Jeff McNeil. Clint Frazier is a close second, though, but I love both of them both, but I love both of them a lot, but Jeff McNeil is the answer to all my problems. 2012, Joey Gallo, Walker Buehler. I think this is his second time. Or technically first, we're going in reverse order. Walker Buehler, Nick Anderson, Lucas Giolito. Only 4 that I liked from this. And I didn't, if they weren't on the list, I wasn't going to search through every single draft class, all like 1,000 picks or something like that. So, I mean, I could have just looked at notable players, but, this one's pretty easy. Going with Joey Gallo, favorite player. 2011. This was the loaded draft class. This is when so many stars were drafted. Javier Baez, Sonny Gray, Brian Anderson the first time, Trey Turner the first time, Ken Giles, Kyle Hendricks, Francisco Lindor, Trevor Bauer. I wish Trevor Story was drafted this year. Jose Fernandez was drafted this year. Cody Allen was drafted this year. A lot of good picks who were drafted, but in terms of favorites, Javier Baez is my favorite from this draft class. Again, all of this is stiff competition. I wish I could give it to Trey Turner, but unfortunately I can't. Next, we are in the year. What would I even type in here? Oh, darn, I messed it up. Oh, well, technically not, but also sort of did. Stupid line space. Let me fix this real quick. This is why you proofread before you go live. Okay, so also in that draft class, Josh Bell, Tyler Glass, now Garrett Cole. But, yeah, that Baez still wins. 2010, 2-hit Whit Merrifield, Bryce Harper, JT Realmuto, Jock Peterson, Andrelton Simmons, Nick Castellanos, Adam Eaton, Jacoby Jones again, Jacob deGrom, Chris Bryant again, Manny Machado. A lot of good players I like here. 2-hit Whit is probably who I'm going. He's my favorite. Hartford and Realmuto, Phillies teammates, a little down on. Jock Peterson has been tearing it up for the Cubs. I really like him. Hopefully, Andrelton Simmons does good on the Twins. Castellanos need to pick it back up for the Reds. Hopefully, Eaton goes back to the White Sox are good. Jacoby Jones, the Grum's always a beast. Bryant, Machado, But going with two hit with Merrifield. Back in 2009, we have Mike freaking Trout. They should just put that as his middle name. Wait. What is Mike Trout's full name? Please work with me today.
I'm having a bit of trouble here. Please try again.
Anyway, they should just make frickin' his middle name, so just Mike frickin' Trout on the birth certificate. What's your full name? Mike frickin' Trout. Yeah, that would be my name if I was as awesome as Mike Trout. Mike Trout, DJ LeMahieu, Nolan Arenado, Ken Giles again, Kyle Seager, and Luke Boyd. He's back. Or technically, the first time we said his name is back. But Mike Trout, Mike Trout is the best. I love Mike Trout. I love Nolan Arenado. Now he's on the Cardinals. You get to listen to him on a consistent basis because I pick up a lot more Cardinal games and I live 135 miles away than a lot. I don't think I've ever. No, I don't even live in the same state or same time zone as the Rockies. So I've never picked up a Rocky game unless they were on ESPN and who covered the Rockies on ESPN. I don't blame them. But yeah, Mike Trout won that one. Back in 2008. Charlie Blackmon, Chuck Nasty, Sonny Gray back. Justin Smoke, secretly love Justin Smoke. I don't know why I love Justin Smoke, but I skipped Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray's here. Charlie Blackmon, Sonny Gray, Justin Smoke, Kyle Hendricks again, Garrett Cole again, Lance Lynn making an appearance. I believe that's it. Yeah, that's it. This one. Charlie Blackmon went this one, but I do love Justin Smoke. I don't know if he's officially retired or what, but I love Justin Smoke. But I'm going with, oh God, I just said his name. I'm blanking on his name. I'm looking at Charlie Blackmon, that's it. Okay. Moving on, that was embarrassing. 2007, DJ LeMahieu's back. Madison Bumgarner, Anthony Rizzo, Josh Donaldson, who the Cubs drafted, and we traded him away, but Sean Doolittle. Oh, that's it, and Sean Doolittle. It comes down to Rizzo versus Bumgarner. And I'm picking Anthony Rizzo. I love Madison Bumgarner. And I always do these little tournaments where I do like 32 or 16 or 64 whatever players, and they have a theme like if your first name is on one side of the alphabet, you're on the other side of the alphabet. And I always try to put Madison Bumgarner in these challenges, and he never wins these challenges, and he doesn't win this one either. Anthony Rizzo is one of my favorite players. So, yeah, he went this one. 2006, the year my brother was born. Max Scherzer and Evan Longoria. The only two. We are getting down to the slim pickings, because this is back in 2006, and we are in 2021, and these players are still active. So they're not like spring chickens anymore, but they can still go. Max Scherzer, Longoria. Scherzer, Longoria. One was number 11 on the list, one was number 15 on the list. I'm going with Max Scherzer. He was 11. He was the higher place. I'm trying not to pick the higher number, but I'm just self-consciously doing it. I memorized the top 20, and then I just memorized sporadic spots throughout the list. Like, I remember Garrett Cole was 69. I also rewatched my video yesterday. That's how I got all the players. But, Scherzer, Mad Max, going with him. Hopefully he does good. I think he's starting opening day against the Mets, but we'll see. 2005, Michael Brantley, Brett Gardner, Andrew McCutchen, Matt Joyce. Justin Smoke is back. Lance Lynn's back. Kirby Yates. I didn't know Kirby Yates was drafted in 2005. And I'm the one that wrote this. And I did wrote him yesterday. Like, I've been working on this for a couple weeks, but gotta go Michael Brantley. I love Brett Gardner. I love Andrew McCutchen when he was good. I don't know why I'm obsessed with Matt Joyce, and I already gushed over Justin Smoke. Lance Lynn, underrated. I didn't realize either of them have been here that long, but yeah, I love Michael Brantley. If only he would have stayed on the Blue Jays, that would have been awesome, but no, that didn't work out. And then, again, getting to the swim pick in 2004, Verlander, Hunter Pence, who technically counts because he was active when I wrote the list in December. Brandon Kinsler, Dustin Pedroia, who was active, and Sean Doolittle. Gotta go Justin Verlander. Two players are not eligible for this next year. Pence isn't, and Pedroia isn't, but I do love Dustin Pedroia. 2003, Matt Kemp, Matt Scherzer, Brandon Kingsbury, and Adam Jones. Adam Jones did count. He was active in Japan. Now, there's no rule about winning twice, right? I'm going. I'm not an official rule. Like, I'm not home. I mean, we're almost done with it anyway. In 2003, it only go to 99 because that's how the oldest active player is. But I'm making a self-conscious rule that you can't win twice, or else I would give it to Scherzer. So in that case, I guess you could say in Matt Kemp pick this one up if I can't have Scherzer then. But Scherzer would win this one. But I just gushed over Scherzer, so I'll gush over someone else. Matt Kemp. I'm glad he came back to the Rockies in 2020. I don't know if he's on a contract right now somewhere, but I do like Matt Kemp. When he's on the Dodgers, the Braves, the Padres. I only remember the Dodger days. 2002, the year one, we got Joey Votto, Hunter Pence again, Zach Greinke, Cole Hamels, and Charlie Morton. 5 really good players here. I'm going with. Oh, do I want to make it final? Oh God, it's between Hunter Pence and Zach Greinke. No joke. Votto's cool. Cole Hamels, I just remember him because of Roy Halladay. Charlie Morton's awesome. But is it Greinke or Pence? Greinke or Pence? I'm going with Hunter Pence because he just retired. He had one shot at it and he lost. So I'm giving him the second chance. So if just because he was drafted twice, Zach Greinke can win next year though. Because Votto's still playing. Hamels might retire. Morton, I don't know. Depends on how he does this year. But Greinke, I think, has a couple years left in the tank. So he's probably going to win if I do this next year. 2001, Joe Mauer. Oh, okay, so this one. I did not have any current favorite players from 2001, but I wanted a consistent one. I did not want to skip over 2000. So I went and looked up notable players. And here's who I like. We have Joe Mauer. We have Mark Pryor of the Cubs. Mark Teixeira. And Ryan Howard. They had Edwin Jackson, the guy that went to 10,000 different teams. We had Skip Shoemaker. I only know him because he won the World Championship with the Cardinals, and my mom's a Cardinals fan. They had J.J. Hardy. They had Josh Johnson. Joe Johnson. That pitcher for the Marlins, that was good. So yeah, they had a couple of people, but I just went off of people I like. And I'm going with Chicago Heat. Was that what it was called? With Mark Pryor and Kerry Woods. Yes, I'm inserting my Cub biasness. I get to do it one per video. I know Ryan Howard probably the best player on the board, and I do like Ryan Howard, but Chicago Heat, give me Mark Pryor. 2000, Yadier Molina versus no one else. Yadier Molina wins, and finally, 1999, Albert Pujols. 1999 was when he was drafted, so he won that one since he's in a league of his own. He's also in a draft class of his own. I don't know who else was in that draft class, but Final category. Now, if you watch the top 100 fair, you're like, where Gleyber Torres and Gary Sanchez and Pablo Sandoval? Because I love Pablo Sandoval, the Kung Fu Panda. I made their own separate category. None of them were drafted. They were not drafted, not because they were bad. Well, maybe some of them. They are all foreign. Majority are foreign, I want to say. A good 90% are foreign. I never counted if any of you guys are American. I believe majority of them are foreign. So they get minor league deals, like the scouting department goes to Mexico or whatever, and they find these guys and like, hey, we're going to sign you. So here's who's in the not drafted. Juan Soto, foreign. Alberto Mondesi, Gleyber Torres, Miguel Sano, Gary Sanchez, Pablo Sandoval, Julio Urias, Ketel Marte, Carlos Santana, Wilson Contreras, Wander Franco, O'Neal Cruz, Christian Pache, Sisto Sanchez, Jason Dominguez, Jose Soler, Luis Castillo, Adeseo Garcia, Eduardo Escobar, Simsu Chu, Jose Abreu, Yohan Moncada, Kenley Jansen, Felix Hernandez, Gio Urshela, Yasiel Puig, Shohei Ohtani, Yu Darvish, Didi and Didi Gregorius. I believe all of them are foreign and they got some kind of minor league deal. Now, my favorite here is Juan Soto. Juan Soto. But Mondesi's cool. Torres Sano was my favorite for a long time. Sanchez, alright. I love the Kung Fu Panda. Julio Urias might climb up the list. Ketel Marte fell down the list. Santana's cool. Contreras should go with the Cubs one. And we have some prospects here because I liked them when I was doing my prospect research for 2017 to 20. I didn't want to leave them out. Wander Franco should be good. Anil Cruz in hot water. Or maybe, I don't even know. Pache I like. Sisto Sanchez, cool. Jason Dominguez. Jose Soler because of my dog. He's a good one. Castillo, Adesel Garcia, Escobar fell down. Sensu Chu. I don't know if you retired or not. Jose Abreu, Moncada, Jansen. King Felix, I love King Felix. Gio Urshela, oh, I really like him. Yasiel Puig signed it to a deal. Shohei Ohtani was nasty. He's going to be so good. Darvish, why we trade him, and Gregorius. I like Gregorius. I don't mind Gregorius. So that is all the players. Sorted through draft class, and that is who my favorite is for each team. I hope you like this video, and a lot more videos coming your way soon. Okay, see you. Bye.